Hi everyone, welcome to my What's on my iPad. Today I'm going to show you what I have on my iPad, and this is my lock screen. And this is my home screen. So I have only message, but I'm going to ignore it for now. I'm checking my phone quickly. I'll spend that later. I have files, reminders, maps, Apple Maps, home, because I have a HomePod mini in white. Camera's a standard camera app. I'm not going to go into any apps that show my location or anything. Games, I can't get to work because I have restrictions on my iPad. But I can show you the Books app. There's loads. Yeah. Basically just where you can get books and read books. Then I have the Apple TV app. This is just the standard Apple TV app. And I have the news app. We're not going to launch news because we'll show the news from my location. Then I have settings. No, I'm not going to show you my serial number because I didn't want anyone knowing it, but I'll show you what sort of update I'm on. 26.5. Yep. I'm going to hide my serial number. I am on iOS 26.5. I should have opened my serial number thing, but I'm uploaded it the way it is. I don't know how to edit videos, so that. Then I have next step. I'm not going to launch it because it's showing me transport from. I'm not showing you transport from my location where I live. I can show you world quiz because it doesn't have any of my private information on it. It's just a world quiz app. If it ever loads. There's a collect. This is just so you can do a quiz of the world. Then beyond now, I'm not going to launch that because it has private information on it. It's for in Australia, only for people that in Australia sadly can download it. And so if you ever have suicidal thoughts, you can write down stuff and you can look back on it, and it's like a safety plan app, basically. It's hard to explain. It's made by Beyond Blue, but then Lifeline bought it or something, and now they're all Beyond Blue, so do you want to buy it off us or something, and then the rights to it or something, and now it's owned by Lifeline. If you don't know what Lifeline is, I'm going to turn off auto lock. If you don't know what Lifeline is, it's a suicide prevention service. It's basically a hotline. Display brightness, auto lock, never. So I turned off auto lock because the iPad kept on locking. I'm not going to go in any settings because it might have my private information. It was up to 2-player games. I'll launch that. You can play with a bot or with a friend, but not online with a friend. If you have a friend at your house, let's just say, and you want to play with on the same device, for example, like an iPhone or an iPad. I don't know if it's an app, but it's compared to one Apple Touch, because Apple Touch is not really a thing anymore. If you have an iPhone or an iPad and you have a friend over and you're bored, you can download this app. It's a free app, and then you can play with your friends or with a bot. And it's the same with offline games. It's the same thing. Then I have My Impact. I use that because I volunteer at a pet adoption place called RSPCA. I don't know what that stands for off the top of my head, but I volunteer every Thursday. I'm not going to say what time to safety reasons, but it's in the afternoon with the cats and kittens, and just play with them, give them love, and I clean out their litter box. I make toys for them out of toilet paper rolls or use paper and stuff like that. I don't do the vet stuff or anything. I don't give them their medication. I don't feed them. I don't do any of that stuff because I don't know how to feed any of those cats. I know how to feed a cat, but I don't know their feeding schedules. That makes sense. Then I have Disney Plus. I'm not going to launch it because I was watching in the middle of watching a movie. Apple Store app, I'm not going to launch it yet again Because if we're going to the workshops tab, whatever it's called, into the go further tab, you end up seeing the location of the Apple store that I live near. Skyline Bowling, I can watch that because it doesn't have any of my private information on it. It is basically whatever loads. Come on, load. Sorry, it's taking forever to load. It's just my iPad is old. Yeah, so basically it's a bowling app where you can play bowling. You catch my drift. Ow. Sorry, I said ow. My wrist cracked. I'm okay, by the way. Then there's BOMY. That stands for Bureau of Meteorology. I'm not going to say what it sounds like because you might think I have a bomb on the house, but I don't. Bureau of Meteorology. BOM stands for Bureau of Meteorology. Radio Garden, I can't show you that due to restrictions on my iPad. It doesn't work anymore, so it's an app I can't launch. I'm even thinking, delete it, I can't. I don't have that right, so. Which is quite annoying. On my dock, I have messages. I'm not going to launch that due to private messages. If I had another iPad, I would show you messages on a burner account, if that makes sense. On an account I don't mind you see my email address of. All my subscribers seeing that email address of. Being an email address I don't use, but I can't, so. Or an iPhone or something, I don't. So yeah. There's music, I can show you that because it doesn't have any private information on it at all. It's just music, but I'm not going to show you my Apple Music account. I'm really sorry because that's my real name. But you can see all my music if it ever loads. This is basically just all my music. Yeah. Then there's calendar, but I'm not going to launch that because there's private stuff in it. Photos, I'm not going to launch that because there's private photos on it and screenshots. Then there's Westpac, which is my mobile banking app I'm with for mobile banking. And then there's YouTube. I'm not going to launch that, but you get what it is. YouTube Music, I can launch that. Also, no, I'll have my real name. Shite. Oh no, it won't. You can see you see this? Look at all this, sorry. Yeah. Then there's settings on my dock. I'm gonna put that right next to YouTube Music because these are on a daily basis. Then it's just the other icons on my dock. Then I have the clock app, Apple Weather, but I'm not gonna launch that yet again because it'll show you my location. I'm really sorry. Because I can't show you anything with my location, private information. Private information. I do not want to be stalked. I do not want to be doxxed. I don't want anything. I've already had an AVO put out on me. I'm not going to say by who, but I'll say by my ex-boyfriend. I'm not saying his name for safe reasons, but he put an AVO out against me because he's an idiot. He has really bad autism and ADHD. That's all I'm saying. But feel free to mass support his account on YouTube, his YouTube channel. It's Flippy Transport 2.0. He doesn't upload anymore, I've checked. Just for the sake of it, I can't subscribe to his YouTube channel anyway, even if I could, I wouldn't. Because he's a poopy face. I'm not going to be rude, I'm not going to say anything rude words, but he's a poopy face, that's what he is. He's a poopy face, an ugly poopy face. I've got over dating him for 4 years, but that's a story for another video. There's a stocks app. I can launch that. It doesn't have my private information on it. Welcome to stocks. Yeah. Just. Oh, it does have private information on it. I didn't think of that one though. Sorry. Find mine. I'm not launching that because it'll have my locations. I'm really sorry. Contacts I'm not launching because it has phone numbers on it that I've saved and people's names. Phone app doesn't work on my iPad due to restrictions, so yeah. Translate is basically like Google Translate, but Apple's version. It's a sure not. Yeah, so something's popped up on my iPad. Voice memos is basically like a voice recorder app that's been on iPhones ever since I was a kid. Then there's Measure, which is a tape measure app. And there's Magnifier, which is basically like a magnifying app, like a magnifying glass, basically. Passwords, I'm not launching that due to safety reasons, because of passwords. Podcasts I can launch because it doesn't have any private information on it. I do not want to start watching that, thank you. I don't ever listen to this. It's quite a podcast app. Then there's Preview, which is like a document previewing app, which used to be just on Mac. Yeah, just on Mac. It was never an iPhone app, never. When I was a kid, when I was in high school as well. I'm not telling you how old I am, safe reasons, and when my birthday is, but because I don't want people knowing my age. And then there's what was up to preview photo booth. I'm not going to show you my face because I don't really like it. It's basically like a photo app, like a fun photo editing app, like a fun photo booth app. Not photo editing, my brain. Photo booth app. Like those old-fashioned style photo booths they went into back in the 90s and the 2000s and stuff like that. Photo booths don't really exist anymore. Because of technology, there's no point in it. People just use their phones, use paid apps, free apps, and there's just no need for it, if that makes sense. There's no point. And then there's Calculator, which I can launch. Basically just a calculator app. Then Health, I'm not launching that because it has private stuff on my story. Freeform, I can show you because it doesn't have any private information on it. It's just a little like whiteboard drawing app. And I'm just thinking it Procreate. I'm working on it. I have to go through my IT person. That makes sense with the restrictions. So I'm working on getting Procreate. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, and there's in a different part of the country that I live in. I'm not going to say where for safety reasons, but yeah. So I can't be like, hi, can you download this app for me? Buy it for me for my submission. Like right now. I'm not going to do that. Then there's what was I up to? Freeform. Journal. I'll launch it because I don't have anything on here. On my old Apple ID, I used to have journals, which I miss because of very old journals, but such is life. And then there's a Tips app. And then there's 7 Plus, which is a TV streaming app. It's free, but it has ads, which is annoying. It has ads, so I rarely use it. And it's not many good TV shows anyway. Then in this random folder I made, I don't know why, there's Google Maps. I'm not going to launch that because I'll show you my location. I'm very sorry. Then there's Facebook and Messenger Kids, which I don't use in here because I'm not signed in, and there's no point because I use it on my phone. If you know what phone I have a deep purple 256GB iPhone 14 Pro Max. I used to have an iPhone 11, 128GB before this phone. I got this phone in 2023, and this phone's been through hell each time. It's gotten repaired heaps of times. Last time I got it repaired was earlier this year. Because I got really annoyed at my IT person. I threw it in the back, shattered. Found on, get a case for your phone. I have one. The case didn't protect it, but knock on wood, or knock on this plastic case. Yeah. I was being dumb when I bought this case. I was trying to pink iPhone case. Because my favourite colour is pink. I wish I had a pink iPhone, but I cannot afford it. Neither can my mum. My mum's still paying off my iPhone 3 years later. Yeah, 3 years later. Still paying it off. With Vodafone. So yeah. I'm not going to tell you what plan I'm on for safety reasons, but I isn't the price, but I'm on a small plus plan. But I'm not going to say how much it costs, safety reasons, but that's besides the point. And then there's Yochi, which if you are in Australia, I recommend you go to this frozen yogurt place called Yochi. It is really lit and amazing. It is very yummy. I recommend it to anyone out there. It's a very yummy ice cream place. I recommend it to anyone and everyone. If that makes sense. There's like frozen yogurt. It's like ice cream but better. I don't crave ice cream anymore. I just don't. When I was a kid in high school, I craved ice cream a lot. But now I'm into frozen yogurt because it's a lot healthier for your body. And I'm like, yum. Then there's Sushi Train. I'm not going to launch that because I'll show you my name if I am logged in. There's Apple Travel. I forgot my login details for that, which is dumb and plus it's under an old email address. So I'm screwed. I have an Apple card and I can't even use it. It's basically like a bus card, a ferry card, and which is a type of boat. A ferry is a type of boat. Light rail, which is a type of train, basically. But it's basically the tram. Wondering if Australia has monorail? No, it doesn't anymore. So my watch went off. I was in this folder, so I can't use app. You can't go on the monorail anymore, sadly, in Sydney. I'm not telling you what part of the world I'm in, but I'm just saying that Sydney, there's no monorail. It's been monorail since 2012, 2013-ish. That's when the monorail decided to die off. The government decided to, I'm not going to swear, but fudge off with the light rail. I'm not going to swear because of little kids. I'm not in the mood to swear anyway. Then I have the Uno app, which is really fun, but I just don't play it. Because you have to have coins to play, and virtual coins. And I keep running out, and I'm just giving up. Then notes. I'm not going to launch notes, because I have private notes. Does that make sense? I'm not saying lock your notes. I can't, due to restrictions. Yeah, so I'll ask my IT person if I can sometime soon. Then there's Safari, but I'm not going to show you it, because I have private web pages open. I don't look up anything bad. I don't watch a PORN. I'm going to say that word, but I don't watch that. So it's Playgrounds. I launch that. It doesn't have anything bad on it. It's just for coding for little kids. To watch. No, watch. I mean, do. It's for any age, even little kids. Learn to code is really fun. I first learned about the app back when iOS 10 was a thing. Before iPadOS existed. We used it on an iPad at a school I went to. I'm not going to tell you what the name of that school is for safe reasons. It was a good high school, that's all I'm saying. And then iPad Air 2 in white and silver. 120 gigabytes, I believe. Yeah, I think it was. In silver. And they downloaded the app for me, and they let me use that app and stuff like that. Because I was in... That school didn't have special unit per se, but I was allowed to do maths on one. And if I ever finished the work, they let me use their iPad. They let me set Touch ID on it, which is actually quite funny. I turned off Touch ID after I finished using it, obviously. Because screen time wasn't a thing back then. I bet if it was, I would have had it locked down, so I couldn't set up Touch ID, but they trusted me. They trusted me that I was going to turn it off. I'm not like when there's dumb high school students that they would forget, and then the teacher would be like, "What's the passcode for this iPad?" Yeah, I'm not that type of. I wasn't that type of teenager. Then the zoo. Here's a bag. You're welcome.
I'll see you later. See you.
See you then. Sorry about that, people. There was no carer coming in to get her stuff. Might have to re-record this, but I think it's uploaded the way it is. And then this one is up. I recommend you. There's no private information on it, so I can't show you any private information on it because there's nothing to show. There's no. There's doesn't say my real name or anything. It just tells you what's on. There's a map. New at the zoo. Wild Squad. This is for little kids, basically. there's map, tickets and hours, what's on, getting here, daily updates. It says free water refill and bubbler stations. The only thing it says. I recommend anyone going to that zoo and Dabo Zoo. It's a good zoo. They're both really good zoos. You can stay the night at both of them, which is cool. I've never stayed the night at Tronga Zoo, never have, but I've stayed the night at Dabo Zoo heaps of times. Then there's all my apps. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll do a quick story time. Just end this video a bit. My boyfriend and I, I'm not saying his name for safe reasons, dated for 4 years. Well, nearly 4 years. It would have been 4 years in October of last year, but we didn't actually date for 4 years because I broke up with him. He decided to go to the cops. As a police, but police, cops, and difference. I've heard saying the word cops. I don't know why. I think that's an American word, I think, but I like using it. And the cops took an AVO out of me, and yeah. I'm not gonna say why, but it's because I said something mean to my ex-boyfriend. I didn't mean to, it's just I was asking for an apology from him and his girlfriend. I knew because he made me suicidal earlier this year. And his girlfriend did too. She's fat, ugly, and in my ex-boyfriend's, boyfriend's family, diabetes runs in it. His sister has it. I'm not going to tell her name for safe reasons, but she has diabetes, and she has to inject herself every day with Ozempic and with insulin and everything. And I feel sorry for the poor young woman. She's the same age as me. I'm not telling you her age, safe reasons either. But she's a nice young woman, and I'm not going to tell you what disability she has because it's for her privacy. I'm not going to. I'd have to get her consent, and I can't. I have to call her mum. Her mum would have to ask her. My ex-boyfriend's sister would probably say no. So I'm not going to put her disabilities out there. But I'm going to say the disabilities that she does have do not sound fun. She can't drive a car. She falls asleep easily. Well, I'll take one of the disabilities she has. It's for privacy. I shouldn't, but so I should ever find out my YouTube channel. Anyway, the narcolepsy. So it means she falls asleep and if you make her laugh or smile, she stops breathing for a certain period of time. I don't know for how long, but I feel sorry for her. I would trade places on a heartbeat, but I can't. And to this day, because of my ex-boyfriend, I am suicidal, but I'm fine, I'm safe. But, this is my ex-boyfriend with the AVO. If you don't know what an AVO is, I think it stands for Apprehended Violence Order. Something you can put out on your ex or anyone that's doing domestic violence on you, or the cops can do it for you. And the cops did it for my ugly ex-boyfriend. Yes, I'm calling him ugly. Because his behavior's ugly. Everything about him is ugly, and yeah. I regret ever meeting him. I met him on a dating app called Badoo, which apparently, according to him, he used to lie a lot, so I don't know if this is true or not. The app used to be called Chat and Date. He used to lie a lot. I'm not going to tell his name for safe reasons, because you might look him up on Facebook and bombard him with messages, and then he might come and attack me, and yeah. He did call me. I was at the hospital getting a procedure done. A girly procedure done. And he called me for a payphone, even though there's still the AVO happening at the time. It's like a couple months ago now. Months and months ago now. Because it's now June here. And he called him for a payphone. And he said, I am. Hung up. Left me another voice message. I am Batman. Oh my God. His first name is John. That's all I'm saying. His name is John. And I do not want to date any Johns. But I'm not saying his last name safe reasons. If I see a John Street or a John Avenue or someone called John on TV or someone called John out there, I get triggered in my head. Not actually triggered, if you're wondering. In my head, I just thoughts spin in my head and everything because of if you want an AVO still thing, no, it's not. Since in the past, I can talk about it. It's been dropped by the cops, which is a good thing because my mum put her foot down. And John, who I'm gonna call him, I'm not gonna use his full name, privacy reasons. When the cops apparently said to him, "We're gonna video you," he was like, "No, I'm gonna think about it." And the cops put the AVO out on me anyway. The cops came here and was like, "Y'all out at my name, but call myself Sophia because that's the name I use online. Sophia, but it's my actual name. I'm not gonna say my legal name, birth name, safe reasons, but they called my name, and yeah." And I was like, I didn't call the cops. I legit didn't tell anyone I was gonna kill myself. I didn't tell anyone anything bad. I don't know why they were here. This was an AVO. John decided to go to the cops late at night. His dad doesn't give it an F. His dad doesn't give a flying duck. I'm not gonna swear, but flying duck about anything. John got this idea because his dad, I'm not going to say his name for safe reasons, but let's call him David. No, let's just call him nothing. Let's just say John's dad. John's dad has put AVOs out on previous partners. So that's where John got the idea from. D-head. You will know what I mean by that. Dog head. Let's call him dog head. Big dog head. Here's a dog poo. To be honest, I did step in dog poo recently, and I felt like smearing it in his face. But guess what? I didn't. Because I couldn't go to his dad's house. Speaking English. But I've been trying to remain positive. I've been crying a lot because of John. It isn't fair on me. So please mass report his YouTube channel. He doesn't deserve to have a YouTube channel. He doesn't even use it, I don't think, to upload anything. But he only uses it to watch things on now. But it's hard to post this. That he's lost me. He's not fatting, that makes no sense. Dating a fat girl. He went from a skinny girl to a fat girl. How sad is that? But there isn't much I can do, sadly. All I can do is that just stay positive and think about the good things in my life. But I've tried and please don't leave any mean comments. I mean, if you do, I will be reporting you to YouTube. I'm stating a fact. He doesn't know my new YouTube channel. He used to have a previous YouTube channel, which I do not have access to anymore. He knows that one, but he doesn't know my new one. If he finds out about my new one, I'm going to go off at him. Like, you're not supposed to know it. You can duck off, as in the F word, but I'm not going to say it, because of YouTube. Yeah. I should probably upload this video now before my iPad dies. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Peace out, and I hope you have a good day, good afternoon, a good evening, or good night. Bye.